Welcome back to The Best Years. If you love getting into nature and getting away from it all, we know the perfect place. Caddis Island County Park has woodlands and wetlands, bay beaches and wildlife, plus a nature center and butterfly garden. The Best Years crew takes us on a tour of this Toms River gem.
Since 1980, Caddis Island County Park has attracted visitors year-round who want to escape to the beauty of the outdoors. A park for all seasons, there's never a shortage of wildlife or plant life to enjoy, from beautiful flowers to majestic trees, or from songbirds to butterflies.
It was purchased by the county in the early 1970s, and it took about 6-7 years, and finally the Cooper Environmental Center was built in 1980. Now, the park was picked up as a passive recreation area, and that was something that the Coopers, Morton and Elizabeth Cooper at the time, were very active in local environmental activity, were interested in seeing. So they pushed the county to pick up the property, and it was purchased using Green Acres funds. So it seemed natural in 1980 when we opened the Environmental Center, we'd name it for the Coopers, the Cooper Environmental Center. And that's when the park really opened up to the public and people came in frequently to use the trails and to use the center and to just enjoy nature in its natural setting. That's what a passive recreational area is.
Visitors from all ages can find something to do throughout the year, including kayak tours, crabbing in the summer, hiking through the brilliant fall foliage, or snowshoeing and cross-country skiing in the winter.
We call ourselves a park for all seasons because each season is interesting in its own way. Like, for example, if you were going to come to hike the trails, I'd suggest you do that in the fall, winter, early spring. That's the best time to go hiking, I would say. And in the summer when you come, we offer all kinds of programs as well as boat tours throughout the summer, which are a big draw and people enjoy that. And the Environmental Center, of course, is a focal point of any visit, any time of the year. But our trails pretty much try to focus on the different ecosystems within the park. Well, maritime forest, maybe freshwater wetlands, but of course just about all our trails poke out on the saltwater wetlands or the salt marsh because it makes up more than half of the park's 530 acres. Senior citizens love to come to the area to walk. I'd say they love to walk. That is if they're not coming with their grandchildren. I'd say probably more than 50% of the seniors that come here come with grandchildren. And then, of course, they enjoy the Environmental Center, they enjoy the walk. They'll borrow a backpack and they'll use that on the trails. So seniors with grandchildren, obviously there's plenty of things to do. Seniors by themselves, they love to come. We have several seniors that come to the park for a morning walk every morning, and they stop into the center and they walk in, they say hi to the animals that are in the exhibit room. So they enjoy coming to the park. I'd say if you're interested in nature, it doesn't matter how old you are. And in fact, I would say that it doesn't matter how old you are. Everybody has an interest in nature. It may be buried a little bit deeply in some people, but it's there. Everybody enjoys nature when they spend time in it.
Known as a haven for a wide variety of birds, Caddis Island is a great place for bird watching. He's not moving.
Bird watching is a popular activity here at the park, not just watching but photographing as well. We get a lot of folks that come into the park to photograph and view birds. And the different birds you see depend on the different habitats. The birds are evolved to live in specific niches in the park, so in each niche in the park you'll find different species of birds. But one thing I do recommend is coming to see our bird feeders here at the Environmental Center. There's a nice window looking out onto the feeders, and those feeders attract a variety of birds, and it's different each season, the birds that are found. There are some birds, like cardinals, for example, that come to the feeders all year round, but then there are other birds, like juncos, for example, that would only be here in the wintertime.
The Caddis Island Butterfly Garden is a showplace for many butterfly-attracting plants, and it serves as a model for creating your own backyard butterfly habitat.
Caddis Island Butterfly Garden has also been a big attraction for people to come into the park to see butterflies. Now, a lot of folks come in and expect us to have a screened-in area where butterflies are raised and kept, and that's not our object at all. Our object is to plant a variety of flowering plants that provide food for butterflies so the native butterflies can come and go on their own. And throughout the summer, you'd be hard-pressed to find a sunny day where the butterfly garden isn't filled with at least 400 butterflies, 200 to 400 butterflies in the course of an hour or two.
Even on a rainy day, Caddis Island Park still is a great place to visit. The Cooper Environmental Center has lots to do.
Our Cooper Environmental Center is the focal point of the park, and the focal point of the Environmental Center is our exhibit room. I'd say the biggest draw to our exhibit room are our live reptiles and fish. We have reptiles that are native to New Jersey. We have several species of snakes and several species of turtles that are found in New Jersey, and they're kept on display so that people can see them. I'd say that that's our biggest draw. We have many hands-on displays, including a computer that has a touchscreen with games. We have several different exhibits that are designed for children to participate actively, and we believe that'll help them understand the bigger picture a little bit better. We did a survey, and about an hour of time is the average spent in the exhibit room by a family with children. And that would be the average. So some stay longer, but we've had folks that have been here 2 or 3 hours enjoying what we have in the center and asking questions, and there's a naturalist on hand all the time to answer any questions that you might have.
Caddis Island Park and the Cooper Environmental Center are open 7 days a week. Programs are offered every weekend focusing on a variety of natural science topics. Admission is free. For more information, call 732-270-6960. So get ready for a wildlife adventure. Reporting from Caddis Island, I'm Ralph Bertini.
We end our show with some inspiration. In our Just a Minute segment, motivational speaker Maria Robinson challenges us to live life with no excuses.
Hello, I'm Maria Robinson. A friend of mine told me a story about an experience he had in the Army. He had been working in the field all day and was covered with mud. When he returned to the base, an officer approached him and demanded to know why his boots were not polished according to regulations. Although he wanted to scream, "Because I was working in the field all day, you idiot," the only response he was allowed to give was, "No excuse, sir." He was given 5 demerits and he was furious. How could he possibly be expected to keep his boots clean while working in the fields? Well, the next day he saw another soldier with a plastic bag strapped to his leg under his pants. On the ride home, the soldier took out a brush and began polishing his boots. By the time they reached the base, that soldier's boots were shining. That day, my friend learned a powerful lesson about excuses. When you really want something, you simply find a way.
That's our show for today. Thanks for joining us. For everyone here at The Best Years, remember to make this year your best year. I'm Sandy Levine.
We want to hear from you. Send us your comments and show ideas. Call the Best Years hotline at 732-255-0445 or email thebestyears@ocean.edu. Be sure to include your name and daytime phone number. Visit us on the web at ocean.edu/best.htm.